близко от земли может лететь. Может, месяца 3 назад или 4. Сразу появилось. Да.
On July 12, 2026, footage released through Vladimir Solovyov's social media channel appeared to reveal a Russian Orion UAV, also known as an Okadets, configured to carry the S-8000 Banderol cruise missile. The sequence, later circulated by Vesti and other Russian outlets, offers the most explicit Russian side visual evidence so far of the previously reported UAV missile integration. Although the weapon was deliberately blurred and the footage did not present an independently verifiable launched-impact sequence, the disclosure marks a potentially important step in Russia's effort to establish an unmanned long-range strike capability between low-cost one-way attack drones and heavier air-launched cruise missiles. The S-8000 Banderol is more accurately classified as a compact air-launched cruise missile than as a conventional loitering munition. Ukraine's defense intelligence attributes its design and manufacture to JSC Kronstadt, the Russian company responsible for developing the Orion UAV. The weapon is reportedly associated with Kronstadt's unmanned aircraft production infrastructure, although its precise final assembly location and production rate have not been independently established. According to the Ukrainian intelligence assessment, the missile is approximately 5 meters long, has a body diameter of around 30 centimeters and offers a reported range of up to 500 kilometers. Its stated cruise speed is 520 to 560 kilometers per hour, increasing to approximately 620 to 650 kilometers per hour at maximum speed. These figures should be treated as assessed specifications rather than manufacturer-certified performance data. The released imagery appears to show a satellite-enabled version of the Okadets, potentially allowing the aircraft to operate beyond the direct radio horizon of its ground control station. No electro-optical targeting turret is clearly visible in the circulated footage. This may indicate a specialized missile carrier configuration in which target coordinates are generated by external reconnaissance assets and uploaded before or during the mission. However, the available camera angles do not conclusively prove that the aircraft permanently lacks an electro-optical system. The Orion may be functioning primarily as an airborne launch platform within a wider reconnaissance strike network rather than independently detecting, identifying and engaging targets. Only one S-8000 is visible beneath the UAV. This suggests that the operational configuration may be limited to a single missile, potentially because of the weapon's dimensions, aerodynamic drag, ground clearance, center of gravity requirements or the Orion's available payload capacity. Nevertheless, the footage alone does not prove that the aircraft is technically incapable of carrying a second weapon. A one-missile load would reduce the volume of fire generated by each sortie, but it could still be operationally useful for selective attacks against fixed or slowly relocatable targets in the tactical and operational rear. The principal tactical advantage of the Orion-Banderol combination is the ability to reposition the missile's launch point without exposing a crewed aircraft. An airborne carrier can approach from different sectors, change the direction of attack and launch from outside the immediate engagement envelope of short-range air defenses. If the reported 500-kilometer range is accurate, potential targets could include command and control facilities, logistics centers, ammunition storage sites, air defense support infrastructure, radar positions and other fixed installations. The missile's reportedly tighter turning radius compared with larger Russian cruise missiles could also allow more flexible route planning around known radar and air defense coverage. Claims describing the S-8000 as a stealth missile should be treated cautiously. Its narrow fuselage, relatively small frontal profile and ability to follow indirect routes may complicate detection, but no publicly available evidence confirms extensive low observable shaping, radar-absorbent materials or infrared signature reduction comparable to established stealth cruise missiles. A Russian serviceman appearing in the footage also claimed that the Banderol had never been intercepted. That statement cannot be independently verified and should not be treated as an established combat performance record. Ukrainian reporting has listed Banderol weapons among aerial threats that were destroyed or electronically suppressed, but publicly released figures frequently group them with other drones and munitions, preventing a reliable calculation of the missile's individual interception rate. The long missile range reduces the need for the Orion to enter the immediate target area, but it does not eliminate risks to the carrier. The Orion remains a relatively slow medium-altitude, long-endurance UAV and would be vulnerable if detected within the coverage of fighter aircraft or medium and long-range surface-to-air missile systems. Its survivability would depend on launch geometry, altitude, route selection, electronic support, protected satellite communications and the location of opposing air defenses. The UAV's airfields, ground control infrastructure and communications links may also represent more accessible points of attack than the missile itself. Ukrainian sources reported repeated employment of the Banderol in southern Ukraine during May 2025. Additional suspected uses were documented in 2026, including a May strike in Kharkiv Oblast, while Ukrainian Air Force reporting began listing Banderol weapons more regularly among the aerial systems used in large Russian strike waves from late spring 2026. The available evidence suggests recurring rather than isolated employment, but it remains insufficient to establish a reliable launch rate or confirm sustained mass production. The Orion-Banderol pairing also illustrates a broader shift towards distributed airborne strike architectures. Instead of relying exclusively on bombers and tactical aircraft, Russia could employ UAVs and, potentially, helicopters as launch platforms for compact cruise weapons. Ukraine's defense intelligence lists the Orion as the S-8000's primary carrier and identifies the Mi-28N attack helicopter as a possible future platform. If integration on additional carriers is completed, Russian forces could gain greater flexibility in dispersing launch assets, changing attack directions and reducing pressure on fixed-wing combat aviation. The missile's industrial architecture nevertheless presents possible limitations. Ukrainian intelligence has identified a Chinese Swifan SW-800 Pro turbojet, an Australian telemetry module, South Korean servo systems and electronic components associated with manufacturers in the United States, Japan, Switzerland and other countries. Commercially available components may reduce development costs and accelerate manufacturing, but reliance on foreign supply chains could also expose the program to shortages, inconsistent component quality and tighter export control enforcement. The extent to which Kronstadt has accumulated components or established alternative supply channels remains unknown.